South Koreans have begun casting their ballots ahead of Tuesday's presidential election. This is the first time for the country to use early voting to pick a president. Voter response has been good, as indicated by the lines. Early voting was first used in 2014 for local elections. Current turnout has been higher than expected, seen as close to 6 million. The National Election Commission expects it to be record high, with more than 20% by end of Friday. Our correspondent Joseph Kim tells us what's motivating voters to participate.
Early voting is the technique or system in which they get more voters to come out, but it doesn't explain the reasons why South Koreans are coming to the polls. And one of the big reasons is that the early elections, this snap elections, comes following a massive corruption scandal. And that corruption scandal led to massive candlelight vigils in South Korea, where millions of people went out into the streets protesting the government, calling for reform. And this eventually caused the impeachment of President Park Geun-hye. When I went out into the streets and talked to some South Koreans, asking them what this election meant to them, some of them told me that it meant life or death. And the reason for this is because some liberal candidates are calling for reform in the government as well as businesses, but the top major conservative contender said that there is no need for intervention in either economic policies or government policies. So for liberal people, liberal supporting South Koreans, this does seem to be a very important election, and it's actually showing in the early voting numbers, as we're seeing the liberal strongholds going out and casting their votes early.